I'm Andrea from Hillwood Berries. I'm the farm manager here. So the Dornoff family planted the first strawberries here in 2010, and in that time we've expanded from 2 hectares of soil-grown strawberries to 50 hectares of hydroponic berry production, including strawberries, raspberries, blackberries and blueberries. So all our berries here are grown under protected cropping, so under tunnel structures, and they're also all grown in a hydroponic system, so using coco peat as the media that they all grow in, and then bringing in all the nutrition that we need through the irrigation. So the irrigation on our berries is obviously really important. It brings in all the nutrition and all the water volume that those plants need. Given that we're growing the plants in such a really small volume of coir per plant, it's a really intensive system. So we're managing on a daily basis water volume, the concentration of the fertiliser, what goes into that fertiliser mix, and then what's coming back out, and so what the plant has left over at the end of the day. So it's all controlled through a centralised computer system. All our watering's automated, so we're programming in, and that automation is being controlled not just by timing, but also by environmental conditions. So it's reading light, radiation and temperatures, and that's influencing the watering timings and the patterns. Historically, we would have monitored what was collecting out of the irrigation by using manual stations, literally just catching it in drums, buckets around the farm and checking on those every 24 hours. But over the 6 years working with AgLogic, we've implemented some automated monitoring, being able to give us live monitoring, not just of the volume of water going in and out, but the fertiliser concentration, and also some insight into what's actually happening within the root zone of the plants using the TDR sensors. So measuring the salt volume, the water volume, and also the temperature in those bags. For the scheduling, it's really around that volume in, volume out and the associated runoff calculation. That really lets us check that we are giving the plant the enough water at the right time of the day for the plant's growth stage and the needs it has. That data is being checked on multiple times a day by many different areas in the business. So not just our irrigation team, but our agronomy growing team, the harvest team look at that, even our spray operators are looking at that information. So we've recently rolled out the same hardware and software that we have on the site here in Tasmania into our site in Queensland. And what that has let us do, as we are really learning to grow in these different conditions up there, is let our team based in Tassie still be able to see into the irrigation up there in Queensland and be able to provide support on a daily basis in real time, because we're seeing accurate data, learning about the environmental conditions up there and how the plants are responding with their water and fertiliser needs. I mean, there's always work that we can do with improving our irrigation techniques and what's happening on the farm. Certainly the rollout of more sensors and being able to see at a much more detailed level across the farm will allow us to further tweak watering down to the really specific microclimates we've got, even within a small block of a couple of hectares, and different areas of that will respond differently. So I think that's our next step forward, is understanding those microclimates even more and getting more and more refined with our water and fertiliser use down to the specific requirements.